Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope. This one is for Monday the 6th of February going through until Sunday the 12th of February 2023. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm going to go through each day of the week to see what the planets are doing, what energy they create amongst themselves, and how that's going to influence you over the next 7 days. I have to say though, this looks like an amazing week. There are loads of opportunities in lots of different areas of your life, relationships, work, meeting new people. I'm going to go through each day here to see what the planets are doing, starting with Monday, the 6th of February. We've got the moon in Leo, and this is the tail end of that full moon in Leo that we had the day before on the 5th. I've made a separate video on that. Have a look at that if you're interested. It was a really kind of beautiful energy that kind of allowed you to check back in with yourself and to rediscover your true nature, your inner child, the things that bring you joy and peace in life, and the things that make you feel fulfilled as an individual. So the Leo moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius on this day, and it quincunxes Neptune in Pisces and Mercury and Pluto in Capricorn. So Saturn is the rules, it's the institution as such, and in Aquarius it's about what the mainstream says. And that being in opposition with the Leo moon partially is what allows you to kind of scrutinize what's going on internally, but also it may feel like other people are putting pressure on you and scrutinizing you that way. Neptune is the planet of dreams and intuition, so that really allows you to kind of get settled within yourself. And then Mercury and Pluto are very practical. They're about making changes in a real world sense. So anything that comes up on Monday where you're like, I want to do this for myself, this would be a nice change for me to make in my life, go for it, it'll work nicely. Mercury in Capricorn then sextiles Neptune in Pisces. So this is a nice connection between water and earth. Anyone who works creatively, any mediums, intuitives, it's a wonderful energy to get concrete answers. And then the moon enters Virgo at 10:14 in the evening. And the moon in Virgo is very interested in order, in creating meaning. So again, with the Neptune in Pisces energy appearing kind of twice, any intuitive messages you get, you'll be able to interpret very easily and quickly. So if you have any questions around, or if you have questioned who you are in your own life, how you show up, how other people see you, whether that makes sense with you or not, that's a good place to be. I remember when I first started making these videos on YouTube, a relative of mine was like, oh, I never realized you had this side to you. It was really interesting that other people are kind of surprised when you show a different side of who you are, because unless you show it, they're not going to know it's there, right? So I feel with all the energy connecting here on Monday, I think there's going to be a lot of noise happening. Saturn in Aquarius, institutions putting pressure on you. I think the phone will be ringing. I think you'll be having lots of conversations. The great thing about this is that you're able to kind of have that inner focus on what I want to be when I grow up, despite all the noise. Mercury and Neptune, they do allow you to get a really clear picture of what it is you want out of life overall. And the Virgo influence of the moon is going to help you take practical action easily. So you may not be overly interested in work on Monday or going to work. You're going to be much more interested in working on your life as such and making sure that it fits your needs. That's really, if you read between the lines then, if I'm going to make sure my life fits my needs, then I'm being super proactive and I'm really taking charge of my life. And I'm somewhere the belief must be that I'm powerful. I can change my circumstances so that they suit me rather than the world is going to determine who I am. So that's the beautiful thing about this full moon in Leo. It gives you that inner spark that says, do you know what? The world is mine. I can do what I want with it. On Tuesday, the 7th of February, the Virgo moon opposes Venus in Pisces. So the Virgo moon is an earth sign, it's practical, it likes order, it likes meaning. With the opposition to Venus in Pisces, there's a connection with love, and there's a connection with immediately trying to put a label on who this person is or what this thing is. Virgo likes everything boxed off. So the Virgo moon opposes Venus, it squares Mars in Gemini. So those three, the moon, Venus, the female principle of creativity and love and beauty, Mars, the male principle of drive and ambition and desire. I think there's some sort of new beginning here on Tuesday via your relationships. The Virgo moon trines Uranus in Taurus, so the unexpected. Something may pop into your life that wasn't there before. And quincunxes Jupiter and Chiron in Aries. So again, you're still very interested on how am I progressing and what are the things I'm engaging with. Although now I think new relationships start to enter the picture. It's not just about how do I see myself, but what kind of relationships do I want to have and what kind of relationships am I going to have on this day, starting on Tuesday. Venus in Pisces sextiles Uranus in Taurus, and that's like, boom, love is coming into the atmosphere. So it's the unexpected and the miraculous, and then it's Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces is one of the most romantic placements there is. It's really the ideal of love. So Tuesday, I think in terms of the astrology, it's a sunny and bright day. There's not a cloud in the sky. You have this childlike enthusiasm. It's because of all those feelings of enthusiasm and motivation and ease. I think it's a great time for a day out to spend time with friends or to meet new people. Continuing to think about what you want your future self to look like, that's going to yield real results. Use that Virgo moon to really come up with solutions and methods and meaning. Romance is in the air via Venus and Uranus, and someone unexpected could appear in your life. On Wednesday, the 8th of February, we've still got Venus in Pisces. It continues to sextile Uranus and Taurus. So Tuesday and Wednesday are great days for love and romance and new beginnings in those areas. The Virgo moon opposes Neptune in Pisces. It trines Mercury and Pluto in Capricorn. And quincunxes the Sun in Aquarius and Saturn in Aquarius. Wow. So the Virgo moon wants you to organize your life, and it's using two resources: your own intuition and your own feeling on things and the way things ought to be, and communication and information and the wisdom of others. So this is a fabulous day to get organized, but with the Venus and Uranus sextile, I think you ought to expect the unexpected in your love life on Wednesday, the 8th of February. It's also a great day to pitch new projects to employers, business partners, investors rather, people who are interested in supporting your business. You know, like kind of a Shark Tank scenario where you're presenting an idea in order to connect with other people and to get off the ground. It's a great day for that. And then also job applications, interviews, and presentations done on this day are also going to go really, really well. You see, so the whole week is like, you have these flashes of opportunity in your love life, and then something miraculous and new can happen in your work and the way you present yourself. It has this very open feel, like you've got all the options in the world. It's great. Tuesday, the 9th of February, we've got the Virgo moon forming a trine with Pluto and Capricorn. Pluto is the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's making changes. So with the Virgo moon, I want order and structure, forming a connection with Pluto in Capricorn. One, I think it eases Virgo off a little bit, so you're not so rigid in terms of everything has to be a certain way. And also, if there are any unexpected changes that come in on Thursday, you'll be able to process them very easily and work nicely with them. The moon goes into Libra at 9:47 in the morning, so that's even more focus on relationships now. Libra is the scales, right? But to me, it always looks like a bridge with a speed bump in it. And for me, I think Libra is really able to overcome that speed bump in order to form relationships with pretty much everybody. It's a gift. Also, Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and creativity. So now that we've got 2.5 days here where the moon is in this super balanced sign that's focused on relationships, the relationship side of things, if that's even possible, gets even more strong and supports you even more in terms of meeting someone new. It's almost like there's so much energy coming in now that you can have a breakthrough in that area of your life. So particularly if you've been single for a while and you want to be in a relationship, or if your relationship status has been the same for months or years, it's a really significant time where that can change in a very, very fundamental way. The Libra moon opposes Jupiter in Aries. Yeah, so that's interesting. So now you're not so focused on my identity, what am I figuring out about myself. It's very much about who am I connecting with and how can I have fun with people. On Thursday, therefore, if someone comes into your life on this day, it signals the beginning of an important connection between the two of you. So please do pay attention to that. You may also find yourself distracted away from work again and maybe more interested in exploring your relationships and the personal side of your life. Yeah, and overall this week, I don't feel that you're, up at 6 and raring to go to the office. So that's the one area I think where you may have to give yourself a little bit of a push. The beginning of the week, you're interested in working on yourself. And now in the middle of the week, you're interested in working on your relationship. So there's no office in sight anywhere. Excuse me. I have a bit of a cold. I went outside just now to try and film. But it was too freezing. I had to come back. Friday the 10th of February, we've got the Libra moon forming an opposition with Chiron in Aries. So that's a bit of a push and pull between relationships or myself. So you're maybe a bit more guarded than the day before. The Libra moon trines Mars in Gemini. Well, that is not guarded. That is like, here's my opinion. Here's my love for you. Here are my paintings. Here's my writing. It's not shy, very unshy. And it also trines the Sun in Aquarius and it quincunxes Uranus in Taurus, Venus in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. So this is like a cauldron of love and the miraculous and the unexpected coming into your life. So, wow, it's really an amazing day for your relationships and meeting someone who's like the dream. I mean, Venus is love, right? Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, and it's the outer planet of dreams and intuition and love on a global level. So it's the groundwork is laid for you to have a connection that's really impeccable. Mercury in Capricorn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. So you're willing to work with change. You're not overly rigid and digging your heels into the ground. If something needs doing, you'll do it. And you're very much, both of your feet are firmly planted on the ground on Friday, the 10th, via this Mercury in Capricorn and Pluto in Capricorn. Mercury in Capricorn, you communicate in a very effective, simple, black and white way. And Pluto in Capricorn, I'm willing to make changes in my circumstances. So on Friday overall, I think relationships are going to be on top of your priority list. Personal as well as working relationships are massively supported on this day. So if you're trying to build a bridge or rebuild a bridge or make a connection with someone or a group of people, an institution, today's the day to do it. Yeah, so you see Venus, personal planet, fall in love on a personal level. Neptune, outer planet, you're even able to fall in love and create connections with groups of people. It's amazing. Saturday, the 11th of February, we've got Mercury going into Aquarius. So Mercury is the communication planet. And in Capricorn, it's very focused on seeing things in a practical way. What is this worth to me? Is it useful? Is it not useful? Is this something that has some sort of practical benefit associated with this, or am I wasting my time? It's very all or nothing, right? Aquarius is very different. Aquarius is about using your ideas and your intellect and your imagination to kind of transport yourself into the future and to think about how life could be if only you had a certain idea that you can then implement and that would change life, not just for you, but for everybody. So it's much more about research and it's much more about taking its time and weighing its different options, looking at how you can detox from things that are toxic and to bring in more positivity into your life. And with Mercury in this sign now, it's much more ethereal. The Aquarius is in the element of air. So if you're someone who works, on a scientific level, education, innovation, activism, politics, the law, anything like that, you're going to really fly in that area now with Mercury being in Aquarius, because these big ideas are easy for you to tap into. And also, you may become a little idealistic. The Libra moon squares Pluto in Capricorn. I want my relationships to change. It trines Saturn in Aquarius and quincunxes Neptune in Pisces. The world has everything I need for me to realize my hopes and dreams. Mars in Gemini sextiles Chiron in Aries, so it is my duty to get my point across. It's my duty to express myself. The moon enters Scorpio at 7:34 in the evening. So in terms of what there is to express, content, you'll have a multitude. Scorpio is about getting to the root cause of something. It's about uncovering hidden secrets. It's about getting in touch with your true feelings. So with Mars and Gemini saying express, and the moon going into Scorpio, allowing you to really tap into your own feelings, you may come across as somewhat intense now on Saturday. The Scorpio moon squares Mercury in Aquarius. So there's a desire to learn something new and to make a contribution in terms of your ideas. That's really resonating with me when I say that. With the Mars and Mercury and Scorpio moon combination, I really feel you have a need to be a part of something, or to deliver something which other people find useful. So on Saturday the 11th, the energy becomes more about what could be rather than what needs to be done right now. The pressure eases off a little bit and you may feel very relaxed and very much in your own little world here. It continues to be a great time to connect with others, but it's also a fabulous day for writers and artists, intuitives, healers, because of that water-air connection. Sunday, the 12th of February, we've got the Scorpio moon forming an opposition with Uranus and Taurus. Okay, so that's interesting because it's like, how do I feel about change? What am I wanting to change, and what is going to be dramatic? It's a different approach. It quincunxes Jupiter and Chiron in Aries. So what can I do? What can I change in order to make my life even better? It's similar to Monday in a sense, where it's like my identity has now been established. And what I want to do is I want to express that identity, and I also want to start implementing the changes in my life so that I occupy the position that I want to occupy. The Scorpio moon also quincunxes Mars in Gemini. So again, the willingness to articulate and to express your feelings and your truth. On Sunday, I think overall you may have some light bulb moments that allow you to resolve inner struggles. All that water and air, I think, allows you to kind of look within and to say, hey, this has been an issue for me for a while. On an intellectual level, it doesn't really make sense that I'm doing this anymore. Maybe I should stop. It's the Scorpio uncovering the true root cause of whatever is going on so that you're able to resolve it. Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto is transformation and change. So think about the phoenix rising from the ashes. It completely transforms. So you have an objective approach to emotional matters on this day, and you're somewhat detached as such. You're able to get the insight, but you're not sucked in by it, so you can make sense of it. So it's a good day to iron things out if you've had any problems this week that remain unresolved. It's good to resolve inner struggles and to tie up loose ends. So to me, it looks like a fabulous week. That's why I wanted to film outside today, because there's the hustle and bustle going on. There are lots of people involved. I just wanted to have that as my background. Lots of people walking around in the park. But there you go. Have a wonderful week. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, scroll down a bit until you get to the button that says book your reading. Click on that to order your reading with me. And in my personal readings, I use astrology, the tarot, numerology, and my intuition. I combine all four things to kind of get an overview of who you are and what your strengths and weaknesses are, what particular qualities you may have, life purpose, career, vocational aptitudes, finances, relationships, travel, locations. If you have any questions around any of those things or around your identity, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe, share the video online. Check out the video on the full moon in Leo that happened on the 5th of February, because that energy extends into Monday the 6th. So getting an idea around what that offers you may be useful. Have a wonderful week. Check out some of my other videos, the daily tarot readings. And I'll speak to you soon. All the best. Take care.